How's it going, everybody? It's Stas here. Welcome back to another video, and happy Sunday, by the way. Hope you guys are having a great weekend, a great Sunday, and I hope you're ready for this upcoming week in the stock market because, guys, it's going to be a big one. We have 5 companies set to report earnings that we have to break down. In this video, we're going to go over the charts, the earnings estimates, EPS, revenue, all of that good stuff, and later in the video, we'll break down the indexes, the S&P, the NASDAQ, see what's going on there. So hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, and don't forget to get up to 15 stocks from Moomoo, each up to $2,000, guys, with at least a $100 deposit. It's free money. Just use that link down below, the QR code right here, or go to stassurfest.com/Moomoo. And with that being said, cheers, let's get into it. So like I said, guys, we have a lot to go over in this video about these 5 companies that, again, are set to report earnings this week, as the stock market has been selling off a little bit. Nothing crazy, obviously. I mean, geez, guys, we just hit all-time highs, but we do have a bit of a drawdown in place right now, kind of playing out on SPY, as we just hit 551 all-time high a couple of days ago, and on Friday we came down to about 543, so we are down about 1.5% off the all-time high. And triple Q, which again, we'll talk more about these indexes if we have time later in the video, triple Q's down from 490 pretty much, now down to 480, or about a 2% drawdown. So obviously nothing material, substantial there in terms of the drawdown, but we are noticing a bit of a pullback heading into this week. And yeah, that's going to be interesting to see how it plays out, as one could argue the markets are a bit overbought still, even though, you know, we've seen a little bit of a pullback over the past day or two. So let's dive into these companies, these stocks that are set to report earnings. And I only own one of these as of now. I only own one of these stocks as of now, which happens to be the first one that we're going to talk about here, guys. It's Nike, ticker symbol NKE. And I started buying this, full disclosure, a couple of months ago. Well, maybe not even a couple months ago. It was after the last earnings report. You guys remember it was at about $100 last time they reported. The stock dumped to about $88, and I started buying in this window, $89, $90, $91, $92 per share, and now we're pushing $100 yet again. We're at $97, and we went up 1.7% on Friday, and now Nike looks like it's getting back over the moving averages. We have a golden cross, and now we're about to the highs from earlier this month of June, being about, let's see here, 97.50. And if that level breaks, guys, which, mind you, we have a cup and handle here, you guys see that clear as day. If 97, 98 can break, this could end up flying, in my opinion, towards 105, dare I say even higher. But again, we have earnings coming up here, guys, and that could obviously fluctuate a lot of things, and it could change things. So we have to be patient and see what these earnings look like, which I believe they're on Wednesday. Let's see here. The 24th is Monday, 25th is Tuesday, 26th is Wednesday. So no, they're on Thursday, actually. Nike's earnings are on the 27th, on Thursday, after the bell, and they're looking to do EPS. The average estimate is 84 cents versus 66 cents from last year, and it looks like here revenue, the estimate is $12.86 billion versus $12.82 billion from last year, so pretty flat. Don't expect crazy revenue growth out of Nike, at least compared to last year, this quarter, this go around, right? So yeah, it looks like we are up around $9 to $10 off the lows from last time they reported, or we're up around, in other words, 9 to 10%, which is pretty good. But again, the technical breakout here that I'm waiting for is above $97.50 to $98. We'll see that cup and handle, maybe the breakout play out, and it could be going up a lot more from there. But who knows? Again, with earnings coming out, we don't know what's going to happen, guys. Obviously, Nike is struggling in certain regions in China. I believe in South America, last I checked as well. I have to dive deeper into the report again from last go around. But yeah, they're struggling a bit in certain regions. We have to see kind of their plan of action there. But for now, my alert, $98, it's set. And again, I'm in Nike. I'm long Nike. I've been in it for a couple of weeks now. My average is right around 92, 93 bucks, right in that ballpark, maybe even lower, maybe 91. I have to double check. But yeah, Nike is interesting for this week. We also have Carnival Cruise Line, ticker symbol CCL, which I'm sure you guys know. This stock has been all over the place from 20 bucks down to 14 bucks. Now we're at 16 bucks. And arguably we have a head and shoulders kind of forming here. And they're set to report earnings on, let me see here, guys. Looks like the 25th on Tuesday in the morning. So before the markets even open, we're going to get CCL's numbers. They're looking to do EPS on average of -2 cents versus -31 cents from last year, and revenue on average $5.68 billion. And notice here the pattern, guys. We're kind of stuck in this downwards channel. You guys can see it right here if I draw it out. We're stuck in it. We've been trading in this for quite some time, and now we're at the top of the channel as of right now. And who knows, maybe these numbers crush and we get a breakout, but that's kind of what I'm waiting for, right? Where are we going to see this stock go post earnings? Are these earnings going to be enough? Are they going to be strong enough? Is the guidance going to be good enough to get us out of this channel, or are we going to see a rejection and a dump off to the bottom of the channel, which, who knows, man, that might be an interesting buying opportunity. Honestly, I would probably buy CCL if it did come down to that $12, $13, $14 range again. But here at 16 to 16.50, 17, I'm a bit cautious, right? I want to see the breakout confirmation first before I dive into this thing as a momentum play, right? Does that make any sense, guys? So for that reason, I'm going to set my alert at, I'll put it at 17 bucks for now. Mark is at or above 17 bucks, and we'll see how that plays out. So CCL, big company for this week. We also have FedEx this week, another big company, right? FedEx, they're looking to do EPS of $5.36 versus $4.94 from last year on revenue of $22.08 billion versus $21.93 billion from last year, which would only be up 0.7%. So don't expect crazy revenue growth from FedEx. And the stock price has been interesting, right? So I'm not sure if you guys remember, but last time they reported earnings back in March, the stock was at $255. They reported numbers, and boom, we moonshot it to 300 bucks. That was a big move, 16%. And we've spent the last 1, 2, 3 months pretty much filling the gap right back down to where we were before the last earnings. Now we're back to 255. So, I mean, what's going to happen, right? Earnings are coming up here on what day is this? The 25th on Tuesday after the bell. Again, remember, CCL is on Tuesday in the morning. So FedEx, man, it's beaten down. It's pretty much, again, it filled the gap down to where we were before the last earnings. So are these earnings going to propel us back up towards 300, or is the stock pricing in something right now that maybe we don't realize? I don't know. We shall see. But one thing for sure is, guys, FedEx has been holding 240, 250 pretty steadily for this entire year, even in the end of 2023. So if we break through this support, that would not be good at all for the bulls. But hey, man, we're pretty oversold. We do have a bullish divergence arguably in the making right now with the RSI creeping up. So this could be an interesting opportunity. We shall see. Earnings will be interesting. Let's just put it that way, guys. And Micron is another one I'm watching. MU, who this stock, man, my goodness, talk about performance. This thing's been on fire. We hit 158 bucks a couple of days ago, which was just so overbought. And we now pulled down to about 139 as of Friday. So we're down almost 12% off that recent high. Heading into earnings on the 26th, which is on what? Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday after the bell. So Micron's looking to do 51 cents of earnings versus the loss of $1.43 from last year. So very good there, guys. Obviously on revenue of $6.66 billion, guys. So at this point, again, we got overbought Now we're pulling down. We're holding that 50 SMA. We're trying to, at least on the 4-hour time frame. And if that were to break, we might slip down towards the 180 SMA, being about 125, 130, which would be a pretty good spot. That'd be a healthy pullback, in my opinion. So keep your eyes on the drawdown here on Micron heading into earnings. This is a very popular stock right now, guys, along with a lot of the other ones in the space, right, which we're not going to get into in this video. But last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, and by the way, if you stuck till the end, drop a comment down below, say stuck till the end, or drop some fire emojis or something like that. I don't know, guys. I appreciate you all for tuning in, by the way. And make sure you guys run the likes up, man. Run the likes up. Let's try and get at least 100 likes on this video, and you might as well subscribe. We're trying to get the 50,000 subs this year, and I think 45 to 50% of you guys watch the videos, but you're not subscribed. So if that's you, man, what are you waiting for? Make sure to subscribe. And the last stock here, guys, is GIS, also known as General Mills. And this chart looks pretty interesting here, guys, right off the bat. I mean, if we're looking at this thing, we just hit $75 a couple of months ago, and we've since seen a retracement to about, let's see here, where do we get down to about $65. So we saw a bit of a retracement, 9-10%. And now we're rebounding, right? It looks like buyers are coming in at the bottom of this channel. As of last week, we did get a break above the 50 moving average on the 4-hour chart. That's good. And earnings are coming up, it looks like, here on looks like Wednesday in the morning. So General Mills EPS is projected at 99 cents for the quarter versus $1.12 from last year. So EPS is contracting a little bit, and so is revenue. Revenue $4.85 billion versus $5.03 billion from last year, down 3.5%. So yeah, man, a lot of these companies that we're talking about today, really, none of them have good revenue growth year over year, except for maybe Micron, definitely Micron, maybe even CCL. I'm not sure what their number was from last year. I couldn't get that number for this video, but yeah, man, General Mills, declining revenue. FedEx and Nike, both of those have flat revenue. And again, full disclosure, I only own Nike on this list. And yeah, I mean, look, if this thing is able to start pushing 68, 70 plus, maybe we get a breakout, but I'm not too convinced that we're there quite yet. So with that being said, guys, those are 5 names for this week: Nike, CCL, FedEx, Micron, and General Mills. And we ran a bit too long with the individual stocks, so I'll save the market breakdown for another video. So make sure you guys subscribe, and don't forget to get your free stocks for Moomoo, up to 15 stocks, each up to $2,000 with at least a $100 deposit. Simply use that link down below, the QR code right here, or go to stasserfest.com/Moomoo. Get your money, guys, and you might as well check out the Patreon as well for my private portfolio. All the updates there, Discord access, charts and ideas throughout the week. All of that's down below on Patreon. So yeah, with that being said, guys, cheers. I'll see you in the next one.